Hello everyone and welcome to the stream. You are live with Endeavor Gaming. Tonight we are back in Star Trek Online talking all things Chimeran, spinning up some lore theories and having some fun. So without further ado, let's just go on ahead and get into it. Here we are, back in Star Trek Online. How is everybody doing tonight? We are live in Star Trek Online, and I hope everybody is having an absolutely great week so far. Happy Thursday, or as I like to call it, Friday Eve. The day before Friday, which makes this the second best day of the week in my humble opinion. Hello, hello, hello. Hello, Looney. Hello, Rachel. Hello, Giservo. How's it going? How is it going? Hope everybody's having a great night. Hello, Arwen. So, we do have a plan for tonight's stream. I have been in the STO Discord talking about things. So, it does in fact seem that we're going to spend a fair part of this stream talking about lore and the secret things we have yet to find in all of the artwork. So I think we're gonna start with all of that. I need to bring them up on my other monitor here. We're also going to do the daily because I don't believe I've done mine yet. It is Easter egg hunt time, you are right. Also, a quick note about the website. I don't know exactly when it went live, but the Play Star Trek Online website now lists the Discord at the top of the page as a redirect link, which is nice. And if you haven't already, join the STO Discord. It's a lot of fun. That's entirely up to you, Makabi. We're just having fun. We're going to be chasing down some lore stuff tonight. So it is entirely up to you. I mean, we'll definitely still be doing playing during the night. It wouldn't be a STO stream if I wasn't blowing random stuff up / getting feedback pulsed into oblivion. Oh, cool. It's been live since the latest lore blog. Awesome to hear. I had just noticed it. I'm not great at paying attention to the top of the website. Though, you know. Speaking of websites, you know who else has a website? Pretty cool website. I have a website. www.endeavorgaming.com. There's a lot of cool stuff on there. Like pictures of ships, lore about the Jamestown, a really cool merch store, and links to some of my favorite videos. It's a very cool website. I like it. I might be a little bit biased. Just a little bit. But I personally think it's, I think it's pretty cool. Hey, Ghost Gaming, how goes it? Alrighty, let's get this daily out of the way here at 8 out of 14 for my progress. Looks like I'm completing the event campaign, I don't really know. I'm not doing the math required to find out. And nice, nice. That's what we're about to do here too. Gonna bring in my Trafalgar because this thing clears it fast. Here we go, here we go.
Fortress ship is vulnerable.
Blah, blah, blah. The Vault's fortress ship is vulnerable. We're going to blow it to smithereens. Let's do this so that we can start talking about Chimerans and all of the theories spinning around in what used to be called a mind. Oh, you guys are doomed now. We've got a Klingon warship going straight for the Voth fortress ship. It's gonna take. Oh, it blew up. Oh yeah, I do forget that the Voth battle zone does count as progress for this. I like doing the breach though. This is a pretty fun TFO in my opinion. Curse the odds! Hey, Achara. You ready to talk about war things? We're going to be going through artwork a lot tonight. Hey, Chosen, how's it going? I may have overshot that a little bit. I may have overshot that a lot. Why is my ship still going forward? Whoa! Holy rubber band, Batman! Hey, Flo, how's it going? We're getting our daily done and then going through the picture in the lore blog. I am very excited. And Brando, thank you for the subscription over on YouTube. There is a new lore blog. There is indeed. 1 second. Of Circuits and Souls is up on the website. Here's a link to it. I highly recommend reading it. Also, Kalora, thank you for the follow, and welcome aboard. Oh, there's the sub-power core. Oh, I realize now that may have been a bad idea. Open the power, please. Oh yeah, I guess right again. And we'll probably be in this one for the third one. Oh, I never thought about that, Captain Ronnie. But, the the Harvester ship from Independence Day was a little bit more round, wasn't it? What is shooting at me? What is shooting at me? Oh. I was shooting at the... Oh, I thought it was up for. Alright. Let's do this! And away we go. Yes. Good. And we are out of the fortress ship. Easy win. And now we wait. Man, this ship looks cool. Always ready to discuss Data's evil twin. I just watched somebody fly back into the fortress ship. That's certainly a choice. It's about to go kaboom, so I...
Excellent work. Your efforts have deprived the Voth of a valuable asset.
Warp me. Chara, I'm going to ask you exclusively biology questions. Ooh, Galaxy Dreadnought. Hello. Ooh, Excelsior 2. Hello. But alright. So, first things first. I'm sure it's just going to give me a blank screen. Yes. Because I didn't set which window I want it to look at. There we go. So, we have the new lore block here. But what I really want to focus on is this absolutely amazing artwork by Scorp. Because we are going to dissect this thing. There's a lot that we need to go over. So, the first one, I think was one that I noticed, was talking about this protonic ring and it potentially being regenerative. So I feel like this ring right here is that crown thing behind Tassim Faye. That's been my assumption, and it kind of looks like that's what it's showing here. And Hugh was wondering if this is somehow regenerative, which I think could be a pretty fair point, which means if we ever fight Tassim Faye, it could regen her health. Though, to that end, I am wondering, in any case that we see her, the ring itself isn't doing anything, but when we talk to her after finding out that she's an Iconian Borg hybrid, it has all of the, like, green effects happening behind her. So I wonder what it was doing there, and if that has any relevance. And let's see. So, critical error, I think this is somehow related to the experiments that he's running. That's been my guess. And the other one, I'm trying to remember exactly where it is on the screen, is this one. So, it looks like what it says is high deviation detected, termination recommended, simulation integrity compromised. I think that that's referring to, I'm trying to remember where it is here in the blog. Because I think that exact thing was mentioned somewhere. Yeah, right here. So this is when he runs the sample that he got from Chimeran, and it says dimensional variance unresolved, simulation integrity compromised, which happened because they were using a sample from another dimension universe. And yeah, I noticed that too. For one, I love that he was staying in touch with Jordy, though it looks like he's just not answering any of these messages. But he is at least talking to Jordy, and that makes me very happy. I will say, Hugh is just like me, not deleting emails. Very, very valid. I can relate. I wonder what the other private message is, because that says 2, and this is only one of them. But I think of most importance here is right here, this part of the picture. It does look like Hugh is doing something messing with Aetherian DNA. It looks like he has their DNA mapped out here and is trying to isolate specific parts of it. And not entirely sure what's going on here. It looks like the arm of Tassim Faye is distorted, and this almost looks like an Iconian hand. I think that it is a better question for Chara, our resident Iconian expert. Chara, would you say that this looks like an Iconian hand? Is it RNA or DNA? I mean, I assume DNA, since it seems like Hugh's mission would be to unfuse the Iconians, or Aetherians. That's a fair point, Erwin. That is a good point. Scorp, are you here? Can you tell us if it's DNA or not? Please, we must know. Let's see, what else did we have in the picture? Still looking for the harmony, which I think was this thing right here. And it was just a constant reminder to look for the harmony / code cadmium. No, please tell me. So this is RNA. You're gonna have to give me a reminder, because quite literally the last biology class I took was in high school. Very weird thing. Engineers and aerospace engineers, we didn't have to take biology. We could choose to take it. I didn't. I took linear algebra instead. It's A and A. The A is for Aetherian. But also, this looks like it's the sample that Chimeran gave Q. RVA BO39, I think it says on there. RVA BD29. I am down a bioscience rabbit hole right now, and annoyingly, my actual medical science friend is asleep. Same. Unfortunately, I can't really parse what this sample is supposed to be from this picture. Does anybody recognize this container? Is it something? It's gotta be something. I assume that everything is something. Didn't Hugh say it was a retroviral agent? Or, no, sorry, it's not retro. Or no, it is retroviral now. The new base agent is retroviral instead of neural. I took that as an assumption that this thing is going to functionally change the DNA of the Aetherians, rather than mess with their brains and make them individuals, which I feel like is going down a slippery slope. Um, because, you know, genetic manipulation is kind of a no-no in Starfleet. That being said, Hugh isn't in Starfleet. In the upper right corner is the virus Hugh was supposed to be infected with an Iborg. What? This? Is Hugh looking for a way of putting a bio agent? Oh my god! Wait a minute! I didn't notice that! Oh no. Oh no. That I don't think that this is one of the things that is filler. Yeah, but Hugh is looking to modify the virus that he was infected with against the Aetherians. He's trying to disrupt the Borg parts of their genealogy. This is a horrible plan. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. I think that he's doing this because he thinks that disrupting the Borg parts are going to free the Aetherians, to be honest. Like, he seemed very of the idea that he could save Granddad Bex and Axiom. But Granddad Bex says that merging with the Borg freed them from Iconian rigor. Because it doesn't seem like they are, like, quite Borg, but they're also not quite Iconian. And I don't think that trying to disrupt one part or the other is actually going to do anything. I don't think it does. I think that Hugh is convinced that if you can fix, or not fix, but if you can handle the Borg parts, the Aetherians aren't bad. But I feel like the issue might be is that it's not the Borg part that make the Aetherians what they are. Maccabi, I have a thing that does not allow posting links, not because I don't want people in chat to post links, but because it directly stops bots from posting links. Oh boy, hi Scorp, we are we're going over your picture, and I did not notice the fractal virus from TNG from Iborg. And now I am very, 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 very glad I decided to go live and talk about it. Because that is important. Also, yes, the DNA. It's this Aetherian DNA. We have to know. Please, we need data. I have not seen anything you have said. No! Scorp may have told us an answer. And we missed it. I think Q is going after the Borg part of the Aetherians. I think that he thinks that that is the solution. I would argue that it's probably not. I think the difference between Aetherians and a lot of the other Borg is that the Aetherians are very conscious of the fact that they're part of a hive mind, and I don't want to say willingly, but they have accepted it. Oh, fantastic. I had not noticed that. Pundus, don't. I will analyze every single pixel in this picture. Please don't do that to me. I will not get any sleep. Pundus wants me to suffer. No, Flo, you can't say that. All right. Next section of the picture. We have a system warning. We went over the protonic ring, which I think is Cassine Faye's like crown behind her head. That glows green. And the dimensionally displaced thing is this. Whatever this is. And it looks like this is the really important part. There is one other very, very small detail no one's picked out yet. Don't even know if it's legible. Well, I know that there's this contingency thing which deletes everything, and it's subroutine something something, and then I can't read the rest of it. What else is there? There's Jordy's message. Is there a 4K one? That would be pretty fantastic. Because the one on the website is just 1080. You know, I did just notice too that this sort of blown up section looks like a specific cell that's being targeted by something. Also, Chosen, it glows green after we find out that the Aetherians are Iconian slash Borg. And then when we're talking to her and all of the dialogues, the thing behind her is glowing green. Yeah. So I think this is specifically targeting something. What if, okay, what if this thing that Hugh was working on? So let's assume that the DNA sample that Hugh got from Chimeran was like Iconian DNA, which is something that would be very hard for us to get because our universe's Iconians don't like us very much. And that genetic information is really dangerous because if like the control board got it, they would know about like how the Iconians work, and that would make fusing them or assimilating them a whole lot easier. Hugh is going to try and overwrite the Borg parts of the Aetherian DNA that are Borg with Iconian. He wants to turn them into Iconians. That is my theory. Very true. They're mostly energy now, right? What about all the Aetherians who started off being not Iconian before being fused? Yeah, you make a good point. I guess those ones would be harder. Though, I can't tell. It almost feels like fusion for the Aetherians completely overwrites whatever was left. Like, that control board got turned into an Aetherian, and there didn't seem to be a trace of humanity left, which is the problem. Maybe if you get rid of the Borg parts, you can at least give them their individual minds back. But maybe physically it would be a lot harder to like turn them back into their species. I don't know. I don't know what would go into that. Everybody gets to be Iconian. Oh, you count one or two more things that we haven't noticed yet? No! Okay, so we talked about Jordy's message. Let me zoom out here a little bit. We have the Borg virus. We have the system warning. We have this system warning, which is different, and I don't know what it says. I cannot read this. I see recommended and can't read the rest. I also can't tell what any of this is. We talked about the data tag and the Aetherian here. I don't think the background is a Borg sphere. This just looks like a giant data node thing with all the different screens. The orange section's behind the ring. In the central ring behind Hugh's head. Like this? I don't know. Also, what is the critical error supposed to be referring to? At this point, is he showing them, like, whatever the thing is that he's trying to mess with, and it's just right behind his head? Yes. What's up, Erwin? Scorp, god damn it. The data is like an alcove halo around Hugh. He must have been Borg. What are we missing, chat? We have to find out. What are we missing? There's got to be something. There's more. There's got to be more. Oh no, Punda says he's got it. I am so ready for this. It's 1:30. I may be really far off. Honestly, fair. Oh my god. Kalora, say that again. But Pundus, what about the Mirror Borg? They're red. And the Control Borg are blue. And the Chimeran Borg are purple, I think. I am assuming purple. It's like 90% purple. It's purple enough. We have redacted now. I'm not calling Hugh a Mirror Borg. What are we missing? Can you give us a hint? Is it something in the artwork or something in the blog post that we're missing? Also, Chosen, I don't know about you, but I fully plan on using my Lexington class. Gotta fly the flagship. I'm really worried about what Hugh is doing. Let the wheel decide? That sounds like a really bad idea, Pundus. I'm gonna be totally honest with you. Speaking of which, is the wheel on? I will check that. I think the wheel is off, Pundus. It will be back on by next week. I have to make updates to it and add in the Trafalgar and Voth Stronghold stuff. Because they are not yet on the wheel. I did say that, didn't I? It's not about viability, it's about the immersion. Also, right on cue with mentioning that every ship is viable, Mara shows up. How's it going? We are analyzing the hell out of this picture because I want to understand the lore, and I am currently being tortured by Flo and Pundus and Scorp It's a fun time. I'm having fun. Can't you tell how much fun I'm having? Legit STO leak. The next story episode will have words. Will the words be in English or will they be in Aetherian? I only ask because at the moment we've only translated like 6 words, so it would be really hard to understand if it was in Aetherian. That's fair. Well, I hope you have fun. The words will be in Klingon, 100% of them. You haven't enjoyed Axiom until you've played it in the original Klingon. Welcome to my life every day, Arwen. I have heard from a very reliable source at Decca that the next story will involve Borg. You know, I would really hope that the next story would involve Borg, because if it didn't, that trailer I made would look really silly. Let's see, I noticed something about this lore blog key art I haven't heard mentioned yet. I've only heard people talking about the UI text. Huh? There is, yeah, yeah, there is, but it's not completely Aetherian. It looks like, so like most of it is Aetherian. This is all Aetherian, but then for some reason, this like the right arm is distorted for some reason. Why is the next? Why is the right arm distorted? Does that mean something? Surely it means something. Everything means something. I am not crashing out. Mara, we already knew that. All Borg united against the Aetherians. I mean, I think the problem is that like the Control Borg are seemingly not super aware of what the Aetherians' whole thing is. The Mirror Borg actively do hate the Aetherians, and our Borg seem interested in protomatter for reasons I do not yet understand. Everything means something. Back to looking at pixels. Protomatter probably tastes good. That's what I'm saying, especially the Chimeran protomatter. Did you see the purple stuff coming off of that? I bet it tastes like grapes. I don't think that Tassine Faye is dying, especially given that Hugh seems to think that the ring in the background is regenerative. I think there's a fair chance that Hugh is right. I mean, it's basically like a regeneration alcove built onto her back. The best kind, Night Forager. It's like a toilet lid. Skibbity ether, they say. And Rachel, I would never make some kind of crazy whiteboard with all of the Chimeran lore that I have parsed together so far and all of the questions that have not been answered. That would be absolutely insane. And only a crazy person would do something so unnecessary and just kind of like over the top and unnecessary. That would be absolutely crazy. So anyways, here's my whiteboard of all of the stuff that we put together on the Chimeran specimen and all of the questions I have about it that I'm going to answer as we learn stuff about it because I am a crazy person. Also, massive shout out to Affinity Designer, simply the best. I love it so much. What are you? What are you? You weird alien thing. You have bone claws. Why do you have bone claws? But yeah, this is why I think that the Chimeran are purple Borg. Because when it took over, for one, there was the weird fungal growth stuff. And it turned all of the lighting elements and windows and stuff purple. Same with the Borg cube. Purple fungus. Zinkethi ships do appear to have RGB lighting. Honestly, I'm jealous. This thing has like these long, crazy fingers. Also, I need to understand. Maybe I'm just going crazy. But the Chimeran does not look like it has a head. Like, there's nothing right here in between its shoulders where a head should be. And then, when we see it running away, we can't see the back of its head either. It looks like it's just a giant torso. Why does it just look like a giant torso? Where is its head? Scorp, I'm both worried that I'm not the first one and disappointed that I'm not the first one. I don't really know which emotion I'm supposed to feel. But it does not look like it has a head. Which then raises so many more questions of what this thing is. It looks like it's got a bunch of tubes and stuff. And a lot of the tubes seem to lead to like the front of its body. Whatever this thing is. What feet does it have? You know what? Out of risk for things, I cropped out the feet because I was sure it would create a problem. It certainly does have feet. Is that like a worm attached to the front of it? It almost looks like it's a thing attached to like the front of its torso. What is that? Hear me out. What if the Chimera is an attempt by the Aetherians to make Lucari Kentari Borg, but something went wrong? I mean, I feel like there's got to be at least some Lucari connection, given that this thing knows how to manipulate proto matter. They're creatures of ambition, but they have to be sure not to choke on their aspirations. Looney does bring up a great point. You know, as silly as it sounds, color theory is very much a thing. So, like, purple is Lucari. What if Chimerans are OG Borg? What do you mean OG Borg? Who's OG Borg? Like, what universes? Ours or somebody else's? Scorp, why? Damn it. I tried to keep a straight face, but I couldn't do it. I was thoroughly unprepared for that. Oh. Oh god. Okay, let me catch up on chat. My eyes were full of tears. Oh, let's see. Presume the original STO zombie Borg. Oh, so you're assuming they're the infected Borg from Vega? Is that the assumption? Today is a featful day. Jeez. People really use anything instead of the metric system. I would say we need a GIF of the Chimeran dancing, but we won't get one because I don't think we've actually seen a Chimeran in full yet. We have seen a hand. We have seen very specifically a hand reaching down with bone claws, by the way. And we've seen it getting blasted out of a pod and then running away from us. Though I still feel like the fact that it ran away from us should be noted. God damn it. I shouldn't even open up my DMs because it's gonna be... Why? I don't want to add this to the board. Technically, this photo's already on the... Both of these photos are on the board. It's just they've been labeled. They have been relabeled. Oh my god. Oh no, Pundus, no. God. I'm never gonna get through the stream. It's just so great. Oh, Granddad Toes. Everywhere I go, I see his foot. Why did the board cube run after it got terraformed? You know what, I think I need to go back and replay that mission again. We're gonna do that mission. Come on, team, we're going on an adventure. We're doing all that matter. Oh, yeah, we can. If we're teamed, you should be able to join. Bom, bom, bom. Bom, 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 bom. Looney says, okay, I'm stamping. You should have said, I'm stomping this out and giving it the boot. Let's walk away from the feet thing, or I'll have to step on some toes. Do the Chimerans have toes? In the lore blog, it is very specific about the amount of toes that the thing has. Does the Chimeran have toes? I don't think the Chimeran has toes. Somebody sent a picture, and it did not have toes. Okay, cutscene. This is the important cutscene, because this is the one with the Chimeran. So the Zinkethi is messing with the protomatter, and it hears something. Why isn't the Chimeran assimilating this Zinkethi dude? And that shadow was the Chimeran. Okay. This is the important part. It completely ignores the Zinkethi. It was hiding from it. It's slimy, it's got long claws, and nanites. Forbidden Fanta.
Admiral Camarque from the Nukari Concordium has joined me. With additional data provided by the Admiral, I confirm the...
Yeah, but that makes it very much different from other board. Any other board certainly would have just assimilated the Zinkethi. But we also haven't seen the Chimeran
It is imperative
assimilate
stop
anyone.
Good to
It's
see
just,
you,
it's
though
assimilated
I would have liked for this
things.
reunion to happen under better circumstances. I'm relieved we're receiving additional support. That protomatter is quite important. It was a gift.
How did the Zenketti get it?
What is clear, however, is that this rebel activity violates the peace agreement my people made with the Alliance.
It's not a bug, it's a
You and I both
feature.
know
Oh my
what
god.
happens when this lead the way.
But why didn't it go for us? I mean, after it broke out of the pod, it completely ignored us.
The list of genocides goes on.
And then somehow it managed to go through space and end up pretty damn far away. I mean, it started all the way in the 13 Ceti system, right? Or in Remizad, in the Delta Quadrant. And now, it's all the way over here. Like, think about how far it came. How did it even get over here? If I broke out of a pod, I probably wouldn't hitch a ride on the outside of a spaceship for God knows how long. The question is when did it get aboard a Zenketti ship to get on board the station? If I were a Chimeran, the first thing I would do is seek out Captain Endeavor and give him the secrets to my existence. And also a flight deck Lexington. The Chimeran is scared of us for whatever reason, but why would it be scared of us? Why would it be scared of Kamarke? And how does it know how to manipulate protomatter?
And small-scale quantum fluctuations.
Do our Borg understand what protomatter is all about?
Our thieves are likely nearby.
The Borg cube fled from us, our ship, and the Raskava after being Chimeran, just like the Chimeran itself fleeing from us in Kamarke and Axiom. I mean, it was infected, so maybe it was told to go back somewhere. My question is, if it's been infected, if it goes back to the Borg, won't it just infect more things? I'm sorry. Oh, I just got it. Reactivate the local terminal and then set fire to it. Yeah. I'm sorry, my head is very much in STO lore, and I can't understand anything else. I see Hugh's view screen in my dreams. I close my eyes and I see lore. Aw, we're on normal difficulty. Why?
This does not align with typical
Devastating.
technology, nor does it align with the protomatter signature. Something else is at play here. Let's be careful.
I'm sure they're waterproof.
Cloaked in the distance. Approach with caution. Shields up.
Alliance trespassers, you will be obliterated like the vermin you are.
That's not very nice.
We need to scan the satellite to identify what type of Zenketti technology we're up against. A weapons platform. This satellite is armed.
It was armed.
A cloaked Zenkethi space station.
Those stolen things remind me of kids. That's exactly what I said in the STO server.
We'll need to deactivate these satellites to get to the space station.
Very true, they do. They turn purple.
Zenketti fleet. Battle stations. More Zenketti vessels incoming. Good work.
They're using all kinds of mean language.
Satellite Alpha has been deactivated. Stand down.
Also, I just realized I somehow managed to get that satellite to get destroyed instead of just deactivating it. I don't think I was supposed to do that. It's an assimilated Alpha 177 dog. It's the dog.
Satellite reading is down.
You couldn't split my off in two. I'm just gonna do this. I hope it likes torpedoes. I win every time. I'm a Starfleet tactical officer. Oh no, I have new messages.
Protomatter has been ejected. Recommend scanning before pickup. It could be a trap.
Oh, Marek. It is the best theory I think I've seen so far. I think Mara might be onto something. Also, look, the protomatter is purple here. It is glowing purple.
This protomatter has been corrupted. Its structure, though outwardly Lucari, has been modified to fit Aetherian technology we've previously encountered, with some Zenkethi alterations as well. Essentially, it's been weaponized. Not only that, but this device has been injected with nanites whose origin matches the data provided to us by Cooperative Borg Leader Director Hugh. They are compatible with the specimen he mentioned in his report.
Nothing to worry about. It's been injected with nanites whose origin matches the data provided to us by Cooperative Borg Leader Director Hugh. It's beeping Morse code! A. 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 The single dot is E. My bad. I don't know Morse code. Also, in the report, he mentioned the Chimeran. And I believe, yeah, because in the early cutscene of this mission, you see that the Chimeran had affected this thing with its nanites. Though what it did, don't really know, apart from the fact that it has its nanites.
We must destroy the protomatter. Recall the events at Dranur.
I,
Real.
for one, am of the opinion that we should study it.
That's a horrible
I know
take
it's
from RK.
risky, but this could present us with invaluable data. Is this not why we explore the galaxy? Not only to protect other life forms, but to learn more about them. Ultimately, this protomatter is of Lucari origin, and it's up to us to safekeep it. Captain Parr, I promise you, we will do just that. We shall be more cautious with our gifts in the future. A repeat of the events on the Dranur colony will not happen on my watch. There may be a way to safely dismantle the device and recover the protomatter in order to purify it. However, it looks like the Rescava can't get a lock on it. Our phase discriminator...
RK asserting Lucari IP ownership.
Would you beam it over? I'll set up a containment field before you...
Why does Kumara K want us specifically to beam it over all this stuff? Come on, we can get it. Come on, come on. No!
A Borg cube. It's locked onto the protomatter device.
We cannot allow them to leave with the protomatter.
Weapon systems malfunction. We're unable to remodulate our weapons to bypass the cube's shield.
Admiral, we must retaliate. Helm, get a lock on the protomatter with our tractor beams. Now! Shields are incurring significant damage. If they neutralize us, it's over.
Captain Parr, our tractor beams are giving in. We can't hold on for much longer.
There are so many of us, though.
It's useless. The cube has adapted.
Its shields are down.
Too risky. Scans show thousands of fragmented life forms
Ramming speed!
We need to get closer to the Borg cube to detonate the protomatter.
Ramming speed did not work. It's adding in other pieces.
What's happening to it?
You know, it's a good thing that that explosion didn't affect us.
What a shocking experience. Although I won't be returning with the protomatter today, my superiors will be relieved to know it's no longer in enemy hands, thanks to you. Retrieving it has been a priority mission for a while now, ever since we discovered the Ethereum's true...
But you didn't recover it! What do you mean no longer in enemy hands? We just...
It isn't
What?
over yet. We don't know the consequences of the transformation we have just witnessed.
Already on it. The Lucari Concordium will share its findings with Alliance Command and its allies. Count on us to keep you informed.
That's a fair point, Maccabi.
And to you both. You're right, Captain Parr. What we saw was alarming and awe-inspiring in equal measure. To my knowledge, no one has ever terraformed a Borg cube before, if that's even what happened. For now, I've been assigned another priority mission, but let's
He's
say
got to hunt down the key to Shard.
this doesn't bode well.
I will notify Alliance Command of our success. In particular, the neutralization of some Tethi rebels in 13 Ceti, and the elimination of proto-matter-related threats. This does not, of course, include the strange monstrosity we witnessed today. I will reach out when I know more. I am thankful the proto-matter no longer lies in the hands of the Zenkethi or the Borg.
Indeed.
You saw what happened to any innocent life that had even minimal contact with the Dransuli. Your actions today were brave and principled, and I look forward to our next encounter.
Later. So it seems that after we left, the Chimeran did more to that place. And also turned the lights green. Green and purple.
Thank you for your assistance today. I made a vow to Alliance forces and to myself that I would help save as many lives as possible after Zenkethi forces decimated entire worlds.
I might try to do that tomorrow, Flo.
The Dransuli. This vow is one I intend to keep. Admiral Kumarte and I are tracking the proto-matter. You will be notified should we come across further suspicious activity or new information. These Ethereans seem to walk the path of destruction. If they knowingly supplied warfaring Zenkethi with weaponized proto-matter, then they are both dangerous and provocative. I am sure you also notice the strange fungal creep that overtook the Zenkethi space station as we departed 13 Ceti. Whatever this is, it is spreading. Until our paths merge once more. Par out.
This is a virus that is infecting Borg, and it is spreading. Fungal creep. So, back to the little drawing board here. I believe we already talked about the fact that it is a fungal creep somewhere. Purple nanite. Ooh, I'll open that up. I can't read Discord at the same time. Hang on. Or rather, I can't have it up at the same time. Oh, I just saw Makabe's picture of the thing. Hmm. All right, let's cut over to the entry again. Back over to this. There's a storage unit. It's a simulation of the real thing. All the data and parameters are real, but the materials are photonic. Look, I'll deactivate the collision. What about the specimen? You looked over at a lone storage unit tucked away in a distant corner of the room. Hi, Tassine Fay here, asking you to show us your credit card number, the 3 digits on the back, and the expiration month and year. Through money, we are rich. I think within that lone storage unit is a second smaller storage unit. I think it could be the control board foot in the cage. Hmm. And I mean, the Chimeran do seem to be a fungal based enemy. Oh no! What could the specimen be? What is the specimen? It could be, but what exactly is it? Because apparently he's able to pull like DNA or some kind of like genetic information from it. One of the EADs? A failed attempt? Hmm. Within the lone surgeon is a collection of Eagle Moss models. Do they have the stands with them? It doesn't matter if it doesn't have the stands. I don't think so, Kalora. A simulation of a humanoid figure. Its foot mutated. What could it be? Foot mention. Yes. Genetic output deviated from projected trajectory at 80.101%. I wonder if that number means anything. Surely it means something. Hi, Alpha. Are you enjoying watching me go absolutely crazy? You know, Kalora, you are not the only person in this chat who thinks that, as it turns out. Oh, that's also fair. I'm sorry, I don't have a dark mode plugin. I really should get one set up for the website. So real, Erwin. It did. That's fair. I'm also sitting in the dark, and right now the website is more or less illuminating my entire room. So, the experiment rejected biosample 3B. So, this experiment, Hugh is giving different biosamples and it's rejecting them for one reason or another. But what is the thing? I mean, that's what my assumption is too. But how? It would be hard without knowing what the thing was originally, what the Aetherian was originally. Because we know that at least, like, the Aetherians in general are Iconian Borg hybrids, but it seems like they can make more Aetherians and overwrite the previous DNA. Your experiment in itself does not concern me. Rather, it is the possibility of what someone less well intentioned than you or I reverse engineering it that I find troubling. So, reverse engineering is something that could be dangerous about whatever Hugh is doing. I guess if he figures out how to unfuse, it would introduce the ability to fuse things like the Aetherians do. And we know that this sample is not from the Prime universe. It's from, I assume it's from the Iconian Alliances, the Controlverse. Success rate is only 59%. And then he decides that instead of trying to change it to whatever universe he's in our Prime universe, he tells it to match biosample 1A, the input biosample. Which makes me think that biosample 1A is Aetherian DNA. But where did he get Aetherian DNA from? We never see Hugh get any Aetherian DNA at any point, do we? I mean, he shoots Grandat Bex and turns into dust. I feel like we should also look at the fact that this thing apparently got shorter to an extent. So the feet changed from having no toes to having 2 toes. The legs contracted a little bit. The midriff became stouter. And whatever it is still humanoid. Do you think it's a herald? I mean, potentially, yeah. Are you thinking that Grendat Bex is a herald and not a Iconian? That's true. So I guess maybe Hugh's nanoprobe took a sample? Or at least took all the information on a sample? I don't really know how that would work. True. But still, he has like an actual sample of something's DNA, doesn't he? Something very fishy is going on. And I will find out what! All the data and parameters are real, but the materials are photonic. That's a good point, Kalora. So it's just data on the Aetherians then? Oh, that's impressive ghost gaming. What if the Chimeran is the Herald? I don't know. I'm still not convinced that the Chimerans were created by the Aetherians in the first place. This is a very ironic TFO to get. The other type of the Borg I'm reading are the ones from our current timeline. The Borg we followed through the spatial rift. Sure you could. Especially after I make the point about this being the Chimerans being kind of similar to the disconnected Vega board. Here we are on Vega.
Resistance is futile.
What crashed? Oh. Oh, I thought you were saying that the stream crashed and I got scared. I was like, that would be really, really bad. That's like the opposite of what the stream should do. Ah! Adapt to this. Get over here. Board. Honestly, this TFO is kind of fun. I like this one. Especially with the new Borg ground stuff. It looks fantastic. We got this. Take him down. Who wants to head into the other room? Oh boy! Take that. All right, Ronnie. I'll get us started in a second here. Oof.
Enemy detected near node Alpha 1.
Alpha 1, if you please. Alpha 1. There we go. Alright. And now let's do Beta 1. Beta 1, if you please. It's going to get exploded very quickly. Come on. Boom. Alright, Beta 2. Fun fact, the Aetherians, Okal Zil, meant golden butterfly. Oh. Oh yeah, you know what? I should go back through that blog where the Aetherians are talking to us about their homeworld and stuff. Let's figure out how much of it was a lie. Alpha 2! Welcome back, Charos! What happened? What's up? Was something discovered? Whee! Ead is the collective of connection. What? Wait, Ead is connection? Oh my god. No! It was almost dead! Please hit that one again. I'm sorry. I was reading lore.
Enemy detected. Intruder data detected. Defense protocols initiated.
I have no idea why I hit my key spammer. That was the wrong button. I should be reading data. Fair point, fair point, fair point. Boom. Alright, let me destroy these IMRs and then we can beat the boss and then go back to doing lore things. Hang on. Hang on. Maybe a defeated queen. I like that theory. I am a cat. Fun fact, this was the last thing that convinced my girlfriend to start playing STO. The cat charm. Ah! Begone, Tosk. Come on. There we go. Alright, beam up. Time for your Discord messages. Okay. Alright. I'm looking at the messages. So, you guys have been decoding a whole lot of stuff. So, Ead Namad, the divine knowledge, Eliax Rela, the spoken law, Eliax Lodar, the spoken conquest. And hey, April, welcome in, welcome in. Let's see, Kalmanon's is world heart, Ead is god or knowledge. So what was decoded? EAD is the collective of connection. A collective. So EAD is a collective. Wait, but isn't EAD also the name of the thing that they gave to all of the different ship captains to put on their ships? Are they fusing all of our starships? Also, April, that sounds cool. You have my attention. I can't wait to see how it turns out. Please do help me, because I will be driven absolutely crazy. I will go bananas. Through fusion, we are Starship. Please help me. Why does he have so many meetings? So what is the thing that is on all of our ships? Secrets, God, knowledge. Through resistance, we are united. What if the Eods are mini world hearts that are on board our ship now? They're all connected. Think about it. Wait, are all of the little Eods that they gave to us connected somehow? Connected to the cube on board the Harmony? April, don't encourage Pundus. Oh no. And yeah, yo, and that's what everyone in Twitch chat is saying too. Fleet Formation 2.0. The secrets of truth. Where's that blog post that was talking about the Aetherians giving all of that stuff over to us? That was in the Onslaught, wasn't it? That was in the Onslaught blog. Friends, please accept these Iati as a token of our gratitude for your attendance today. Triangular data devices from a large chromatic container. They hold classified holographic projections, detailing the ways in which Aetherians have thwarted new Borg incursions in this galaxy, and remained unified through this endeavor. Endeavor? Endeavor Gaming mentioned. I'm behind this? No, don't arrest me. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. So for one, I just realized that they did mention the name of the planet that they came from. Apparently it was called Aetheria, even though it had to have been Iconia. Cooking. Okay, I think we're getting warmer. I'm getting warmer. There's something here. There's something here. Tassin Fei is very interested in the Iad going straight to Kamarake for some reason. They renamed it like Navarre. And maybe we will get Fleet Formation 2.0, but it feels like they want specific people to have these. He's very interested in the Raskava. I bet it's called something goofy like Etherland or Etherworld. Never flowed. Never, ever. Wait a minute. Tassin Fei has already been aboard other Lucari ships at this point. In addition to the Iad, I could host a seminar so you may assess the urgency yourselves. And I believe the Raskava is the only Lucari ship I have yet to board for a diplomatic visit, which suggests she's been on other Lucari ships. And then she goes and speaks to the Lucari Council, the Fusion Conference. This is the same Tassin Fei, but this is before we knew she was evil. Also, a man and a woman, holographic figures. So Hugh is one of them, and I think 7 of 9 is the other one. Maybe. Seems like 7 of 9 is the other one. Yeah, I don't think it's specific to the Raskava. It seems like she really wants Kumarake for some reason. But why? Hmm. It kind of feels like she might have been, because Varunte's whole thing was, I'm not giving this right to Kumarake. I'm going to scan this thing and give it to our xenoanthropologist. There's something weird going on here. Very weird. I don't think we're given anything specific from them. And yeah, when you think it's because of her knowledge of protomatter, but I feel like there are other people who also have a lot of like understanding of protomatter besides her. I mean, I guess Kumarke is kind of like the expert on it, right? Pro to matter, con to matter. You might be cooking there, Pundus. I mean, the Iad is most certainly some kind of trick. Have they gone through the Iad yet? I'm going to open up the anomaly now. They're ransomware. We are Richard. They're Latinum. We acquire. So, the Jalit got compromised, presumably by the Eon. And the Traloon has as well. And whatever the thing is, seems to be all around the protomatter systems. From the Lexicanum, Enuncia is an ancient language, but instead of communication, language was used as a tool or a weapon when spoken aloud or written. Enuncia is capable of manipulating the very fabric of reality, a power beyond even the most potent psychers. It is incredibly dangerous, especially since it required no natural psyker ability and could potentially be used by anyone. Oh, from Warhammer 40k. So the whatever the stuff that the Aetherians are after seemingly is related to protomatter, which also happens to be what this Chimeran is all about. I want to open up this image. So this thing is burning a language into the bulkhead? Is that what's going on here? It certainly seems Aetherian, doesn't it? What are you cooking? What are you cooking, Shara? A Chimeran egg? Is that a thing? Do the Chimerans lay eggs? Flo just said no. Okay, so it's not an egg. But it is something. And whatever it is, it's spreading something. Hmm. So it is just a language, and it's causing the warp field to malfunction. This is just the science ball. I'm sorry, the protomatter conditioning modules. But it's a science ball. Hmm. But what could have put the words onto the bulkhead like that? Someone on board had to have done it, right? Okay, new theory. The EOD that they gave to everybody at that conference, is it somehow influencing the people that are holding on to them and making them carry out the Aetherians' orders? Because that would mean one of the people on the Triloon carved that stuff into the bulkhead and are doing something to affect the systems. Which also explains why Tassine Fey would have wanted to give it to... Is that why they specifically wanted to give it to Kamarake? I mean, and then Tassine Fey seemed really interested in meeting with all of the Lucari Council And they had the thing for a fusion conference. If the Aetherians gave all of the Lucari Council Iati, then they would effectively be able to control the Lucari government. And Kumarake is the last piece of the puzzle that they need. And it seems like they want or need protomatter for something. But why? But the Aetherians we know are Iconian and Borg. They're not Lucari. I remember. That's from the movie. Does our ship have an EAD in it? Was the player character at the meeting? I don't think it's established that we were at that meeting. Does it? Because I don't know if we were at the meeting, but keep in mind, for weapon systems and stuff to go down, Tassin Fei beamed aboard our ship. That's true. There were the Aetherian upgrades. Yeah. I mean, if even one Starfleet officer on board the player's ship had an Iati, then we're just as bad off. Galactic scale terraforming or transformation. Mm-hmm. Assimilation was indeed inevitable. You're right, it totally was. Wait a minute. 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 But to watch the terraformation of Aetheria into a desolate and soulless husk. A terraformation? We're the Chimera, the Borg from the Aetherian universe after all? Am I cooking? Terraformation seems like a very purposefully used word here. Hmm. The fact that it was terraformed, I think, speaks very loudly. Also, Chara, remember, their capital is named Namad. Something really suspicious is going on. But I ask one more time, does anyone have any final thoughts here? I'm going to be hopping over to the STO Discord probably right after this, to summarize more of the stuff we figured out here tonight. But with that, we are just about at 10 o'clock. So, we are going to wrap up the stream here for the night. Guys, it has been an absolute ton of fun crafting new lore theories with you all. From the Chimerans to the Aetherians to everything in between. I really love streams like this, and I hope everybody had a ton of fun. We're going to be writing down and talking about all of the stuff that we covered today. If you'd like to get more information on it and talk to us more about it, you should check out the STO Discord. I am putting a link to it in chat. You can also access it from Star Trek Online's main website, playstartrekonline.com. If you enjoyed the stream and want to see more, consider dropping a follow over on Twitch and a subscription over on YouTube. It helps the channels grow every single day, and you know I always appreciate it. We have a Discord where we get up to all kinds of trouble. A link to that is in chat, discord.gg/Endeavor Studios, and you can find that link and many more at our main website, www.endeavorgaming.com. More universes? Honestly, I think I should use one of my event campaign prizes on the universe class. That wouldn't be a horrible idea. But we will be back soon. Depending on timing, I may try to go live again tomorrow for an unscheduled stream. We'll see. But if not, I will be live again on Monday with a whole new week and a whole new stream, and I hope to see all of you then. I hope everybody has a fantastic rest of their week and an awesome weekend. As always, you have been live with Endeavor Gaming, and remember to keep calm and game on.